Carl Jung was a master at digging into the uncomfortable truths about who we are. But out of all his incredible insights, there was one warning he kept coming back to. One idea he believed was at the very root of so much of our suffering.
And it's probably not what you think it is. Our minds, they immediately jump to the usual suspects, right? Those old wounds we carry around. And it wasn't even the diagnosis, the clinical label we might get for that heavy feeling that just won't seem to lift.
No, Jung was pointing to something much quieter, something that creeps in. And honestly, it's way more dangerous because we almost never see it for what it truly is.
That's it. The most profound source of our pain, according to Jung, is the life you are not living. It's that nagging gap between the person you are today and the person you know deep down you could be. It's all that postponed potential.
Okay, so let's really get into this. What does he actually mean by the unlived life? Because it's not about one huge mistake or one wrong turn you took years ago. It's something that builds up over time.
Think of it like this. It's the version of you that's always on the back burner. It's that thing you're always almost doing. You almost start the project. You almost say the words. You almost make the choice. But then you pull back. The fear just feels a little too real, and so you put it off for a better time.
And this is how we get there. It's through 1,000 tiny little trades we make every single day. We trade that creative spark, that desire to make something, for the stability of a paycheck. We trade speaking a really difficult truth for just keeping things comfortable and quiet. Each trade makes sense in the moment, but man, does the cost add up over a lifetime.
So where does all that stuff go? All those postponed dreams and suppressed impulses? Well, Jung had a name for it, the shadow. And it's not some evil, scary thing. It's just a container. Think of it like a psychological basement where you store all the parts of yourself you've pushed away. Every time you chose safety over your authentic self, a little something went down into the shadow. It didn't vanish. It just went underground.
And here's the thing. That unlived life, all that potential you've stored away in the shadow, it doesn't just sit there quietly. It starts to bang on the pipes. It sends out signals. And it often gets loudest when, from the outside, your life looks totally fine. This is really the heart of the matter. Because that unlived life, it doesn't just fade away if you ignore it long enough. It builds up pressure. And eventually, that pressure has to find a way out.
And Jung had the perfect analogy for this. He said that trying to treat the symptoms, the anxiety, the depression, without looking at the cause is like just turning off the fire alarm. Sure, the noise stops for a minute, but the fire is still burning down the house. The fire is the unlived life screaming for your attention.
And the signals it sends can be so confusing. It's that depression that hits you even when, on paper, your life is great. It's that free-floating anxiety that just latches on to everything. It's that classic midlife crisis where you just want to burn it all down. It's your psyche's way of shaking you and saying, hey, the path you're on, it's not the right one anymore.
So if any of this is ringing a bell for you, what in the world are you supposed to do? Well, it's not about quitting your job and moving to another country tomorrow. Jung suggested a few practical ways to start, to just begin to reconnect with what's real for you.
First, follow the symptom back to its source. The next time you feel that anxiety or dissatisfaction, ask it, what do you want? What are you pointing to? And listen for the first answer before your logical brain jumps in to dismiss it. Second, and this one is huge, pay attention to your envy. That sharp pang you feel when you see someone else doing something, that's not just a bad feeling, it's a treasure map. It's pointing directly to what a part of you is longing for. And third, and maybe the most powerful of all, just do the almost thing. Take one tiny, real step.
And here's the beautiful part. Jung believed that your psyche doesn't need you to solve everything at once. It just needs to see genuine movement. Just one small, authentic action in the right direction can make the anxiety quiet down, or that feeling of depression start to lift. Seriously, the direction you're heading matters so much more than the speed you're going.
So it all comes down to this choice, a choice you are making every single day, whether you realize it or not. Are you taking a step toward that genuine life, or are you choosing to wait? Because waiting isn't neutral. It has a real cost.
But here is the most hopeful part of this whole idea. It's not too late. That potential you put on the shelf, it's not gone. The life you haven't lived is not lost forever. That more real, more authentic version of you, it's still there. It's just waiting.
And that leaves you with the fundamental choice Jung put before all of us. You can start this work consciously, taking those small, deliberate steps. Or you can wait.
You can wait until the psyche forces the issue by creating a crisis, a breakdown, an illness, a major life event that makes you confront it on its terms, not yours.
So why on earth would anyone do this difficult, scary work? For the reward. And it isn't money or fame or even just being happy. It's something so much deeper. It is the profound feeling of being real, of being fully, authentically alive in your own skin.
So, I'll leave you with the question that gets right to the heart of everything we've just talked about. I want you to really think about it. What's the one thing you've been almost doing? Because that almost, well, that's exactly where your unlived life is waiting for you.